All right, this one's for those parents at home that don't remember those warm-up drills and want to keep your kids active and engaged in the things that we've been working on in class. So this will give you a little bit of an opportunity to learn as well if you haven't already. And I'm just going to go through all of the warm-ups that we do for the kids' classes. And we're going to start with break falls. So I'm going to teach it the way that I would teach the kids so that you know how to do it and you kind of figure out what we're doing. When we're working on break falls, basically we're trying to make sure the head doesn't get hit if you fall backwards. So this doesn't only apply in Jiu Jitsu, but if they're in the street, if they're rollerblading, whatever happens, they're not going to smack the back of their head on something hard. So we usually start them out in kind of a crunch position, have them rock back and forth so they keep that chin tucked. If you want, you can wiggle their legs and make sure the egg doesn't break, which is always fun. And then once those shoulders roll up, after they're getting good at that, you're going to slap the ground. That helps push you forward and keeps your head from hitting. So chin always stays tucked. From there, start in the froggy stance. Same thing, everything's closed up like an egg. We're going to break the egg and then come back. Come back to a seated position though on this one. Here we go. If your child's been doing this for a while, they've probably got it all the way from the top. So now I'm standing. We never want to stand like a tree and just go timber, because you're going to hit the back of your head. So you're always going to sit into your knees anytime you fall. So when I do that, I'm going to go down, my knees bend, and then I break fall. So that's the break fall. You want to make sure that they are standing correctly every time they get up, and make sure they're not coming forward. That's a kick to the face if they're out in the street. So these are life skills. Plus, when you're a baby, tend to get up this way that I'm going to show, and then somewhere along the lines when we become older we forget that this is the best way to do it. So this is how we do it. Feet are out straight, both hands to one side. The leg opposite the hands is going to come up, so the heel is tucked towards the butt. Put some weight into the hands and lift the leg. From there, the leg goes behind and magically your student is in their fight stance. Ta-da! When they get really good at that, they can also bring one hand up to shield their face. Ta-da! All right. After we've done the break fall, we want them to be able to get away from whoever is coming at them. So they're going to scoot, 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 or scoot, scoot. And then once we're in that position, we're ready to stand up. Ta-da, and then again. We like them to kick and make sure that they're defending themselves. Up, scoot, scoot, and standing. So that's our break fall, stand and base routine. From there, we have shrimps. So this is a harder one. If your kid has been newer to the class, this one may take a minute to get. I'm gonna angle the camera down so you can see me a little bit clearer. Ta-da, all right. So shrimping is what we use to get out from underneath someone. If they're sitting on top or on the side of you, you'd want to use this to push away. So start with your student flat. Here we go. All the way on their side, so I'm up on my shoulder. That's where I want to be. Make sure you can see me. The top leg is set behind me with my heel on the ground, close to my butt, so that I can come up from here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my head in the same spot and my butt is gonna go where my head is. So that's how that worked from the other side. So I'm straight, the leg is bent on my side, up and back. When they're doing it down the line, it looks like this. Keeping the hands in tight for defense. So that is shrimping. If you want to challenge your child, go ahead and stand over the top of them so that they're in between your legs and make them push off of your legs as they shrimp through. You want their butt to clear your legs. The next one we have is a reverse shrimp, which I actually just did. So I'm coming towards you. This one's a little tough for a lot of people. This is if they're throwing someone off the top of them. So if someone was laying this way, and they need to chuck them, both hands are in the air, digging their feet into the ground, bringing their butt towards their heels. From the side, Get a little bit away. There we go. I've shrimp out of the scene. Okay, the reverse shrimp is one of the harder ones. So if they look like they're flailing and flopping fish, it's kind of normal. Work on it. All right, the next we have is back rolls. If they start from their back, it's gonna be a little bit of an ab workout. I like to put my arms out wide and my head to one side, and you want them to roll over their shoulder, not the back of their head. Use their abs to bring their legs above. They're gonna land at their knees first. Ta-da! Once they get really good, you can do it from standing position. If you have a mat for them to work on or something soft, wouldn't want to have them do it on anything harder than soft carpet. Especially if their break falls aren't good. Back of the head, not a good idea. But if from standing, always bend to the knees, never timber like a tree. And back roll and up to your fight stance. All right, so now we're on the front rolls. The front rolls, everybody teaches a little bit different. The important part to stress is that I don't want your child going over the top of their head. That can be injury to the neck. We always want them going over the shoulder. So, when I do my front rolls, I'm gonna try front rolling that into the camera. Always in the fight stance. Your child is welcome to put one of their hands down on the floor for a base. Tuck their head into their shoulder. This hand is gonna go through the legs, and now my shoulder is open for me to roll over. So I have them get really low to the ground if they need to. If they need to start on their knees first, same thing. That works too. All right, so that was our front roll. Now we have L seats. These took me a minute to get to, so here we go. This helps with the flexibility if someone is to stack you. So if someone is to be here and pushing in, I'm able to still breathe and control my breath, control my flexibility. But also it's just good body mechanics. So here we go. I'm just gonna go a little way farther away so you can see me. I'm up straight and reach towards my toes. I'm basically just gonna fall over flat and roll over my shoulders. Head stays tucked. One of the first mistakes we see is that the head comes out and then they're face planting. Not ideal. And again, I'm directing this towards the children, but adults have this trouble too. So if you're an adult trying to remember the warm-ups, totally relevant. So I'm leaning forward, fall to the side, my feet stay on the ground, and walk over. Coming back at you. Here we go. So I'm falling, my feet walk me over, and I did my L seat. A lot of times the feet won't touch, and that's just a flexibility thing, but I want them to try to get them to touch. Next we have shimmies. This is the ab workout. I'm sure we all love this. Adults, if you're looking for a workout, or if you're a student and you haven't been doing these, it's gonna suck when you get back if you're not. So here we go. Shimmies are basically an ab workout that helps you maneuver from side to side if someone is coming towards you or away from you. It just kind of helps to control your body in some of those weird but Jiu Jitsu positions. So you're going to swing your butt and then swing your shoulders. So swing the top, swing the bottom. Bottom, top. I'm making this look easier than it is. This took me a long time to get. All right, so that's a shimmy. And that is the basics of our warm-ups. We also have triangles and Kimura sit-ups. We'll go over those in another video, but this is the full set of warm-ups that you should be going over if you're a Jiu Jitsu student or you have a child who is in our self-defense class. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can find me on Instagram, which you're probably watching this on, or Facebook, and always available. Thanks. Good luck.